Welcome to the learning platform. In this tutorial, I'm going to explain how to log in, find the World of Red Cross Red Crescent course, register and enroll for it, and how to launch the course to get started. So first of all, from the learning platform's homepage, from the login screen, you are a returning user. So I have entered my username and password, and these are two important bits of information you should either memorize or write down somewhere so you can recall them when needed. The username is generated when you first registered on the site or when you received notification that you were added to the platform. Please see there is a separate tutorial on the login and registration process, so I would point you to that if you have any questions or difficulties there. So assuming you have your username and password, you have your user credentials, click on the Submit button. Now, here we are on the Learning Platform's welcome page. So let me show you a couple of features of the welcome page. Up here is the search box, and this is important because you can search for courses. So you could search for WORC over here. Here is My Account. So this will give you some information. Let's actually click there, and you can see you can set information. You can upload a photo here. You can select a time zone, you can select your language, but in this case there isn't actually anything we want to do there at this stage. So then here we have this top menu bar, so we have Home, Learn, Performance, My Team, and Connect. And you can see that as I move my pointer, my mouse over each item, there's actually a second level down here. So for example, under Learn, you can see View Your Learning Passport and Browse for Learning Opportunities. And in fact, in working with the World of Red Cross Red Crescent course, we're going to be looking at precisely these two items. So first of all, let's browse for learning opportunities. Now, here we have many different kinds of training. So over here we can browse for training the Essentials, Disaster Management, Global Health and Development, Humanitarian Diplomacy, Management and Capacity Building, and Personal Development. What we want are the essentials. And as part of the essentials, we have Red Cross and Red Crescent orientation here. So here we have many courses. And you can see down here that you can find the World of Red Cross and Red Crescent down here. So this is one way of locating the WORC course. The other way is to go back to that search box and just type WORC and hit the button. And here you can see that WORC is the World of Red Cross Red Crescent course is available in 3 languages, in English, in French, and Spanish. And you then have a shorter list to work with. So I actually recommend using the search box to find courses rather than going through the Browse for Learning Opportunities, which is under the Learn menu item. Either way works. So now we have the choices in front of us. Let's say we want to register for the English. So let's click on this, and this box comes up. So let's look at this box. This pop-up gives you information about the course. The description is that it's the WORC course plus the certified final test. Gives you some information about the content of the course. And then finally here you have 2 buttons, Request and Close. So we want to request the course, and then you are taken directly to your Learning Passport. And you can see now here, Learning Passport is your training record. So here you have the active trainings, and here you have the World of Red Cross Red Crescent course. The type, it's a curriculum, meaning it has more than one module. The due date, there is none. You've self-registered for this course. You are registered, so this confirms your status. Now here you have this option to manage. So there are 2 places on which you can click. You can click on the course itself, or you can click on Manage over here. And this is potentially confusing, but let's test both and see what happens when we click on the World of Red Cross Red Crescent. So here we get additional information about the course and what's in it. So here we can launch the curriculum player. We can move the course to archive training record. And then down here, the status of module 1 is that, or of the course actually, is it's not activated. The status of the final test is that it's pending prior training. So you have to first complete the course in order to be able to gain access to the test. So let us try first to launch the curriculum player and see what happens. So here you go. You now have the curriculum player, which shows you the various components of a full course. So you have the course here, which has not been activated. You have an activate button. You can also add this course to your training record archive, or you can go back. For now, let's go back. I said there are several options, so let's go back. And in fact, there's a back button down here. I could also click on here on my learning passport, or just view my learning passport again. Let's try to be consistent and click on the back button. Now the other option here is to manage the course. So let's see what this consists of. So here, in fact, when I go to manage the course, I get to curriculum player and I can activate the course. Right here, so let's do that. Either way it works, either by clicking on the course itself or by clicking on manage. And now that the course has been activated, I can get some details by clicking on the little eye icon over here. And this will give me more information. I can have a module here. Let's look at the modules in the course. And you can see that there's one module, which is the course. Now there may be some confusion between the terms used. There are modules, there are courses, there are curricula. In the learning platform, those mean very distinct things. They're distinct ways of organizing courses. In everyday language, we may refer to them as different. We may use these terms interchangeably. So let's go back here, and now finally we're ready to actually launch the course. So this is the launch button, and this is going to determine. This is going to open up the player in which you will be able to follow the actual course. So click on launch. Now this is very important. For the course to launch, make sure that your web browser pop-up blocker is disabled. If you don't know what this is, please ask an IT person or your IT support. There is a link here to a site that explains what this is, so you can also Google pop-up blocker. Basically, the learning platform needs to open a separate window in which you will see the content of the course. Unfortunately, this may not be possible if your browser has this feature blocked, which is in many cases useful to prevent pop-up advertising from appearing. But in this case, you want the course to appear, so you want to make sure your pop-up has been disabled. So here we have now launched the course, and you can see a separate window has opened. And here you now have two options. You've now launched the course. You can either validate the code if you're an offline student, or if you're not a new student, which will be the case in most cases, you can click on the begin button here. And again, the course will take some time to load the content, and ask you then if you would like to resume your presentation where you left off. If this is the first time you're starting the course, you want to answer no. And
Welcome
this will
to the
take
world of Red Cross and Red
to the
Crescent.
actual course.
This program is available to all Red Cross Red Crescent staff, volunteers, and registered members, as well as external audiences, such as university staff and students.
So in this case, we want to go to the module home, and this will give you an overview of all of its components. So that's it. You've now logged into the platform, found the World of Red Cross Red Crescent course, registered for it, and launched the course from your learning passport. When you want to leave, you can simply close the window for the course, and that will take you, because it's been opened up in a separate window, that should take you back to the curriculum player.